Great rise, great rise, great rise. Beloveds, you know who it is. You know what it is. It's your girl, Queen Goddess, the King Advocate. It is Melanated Monday. So I'm waiting for you all to get on in here so we can have some conversation about whatever move so much in particular to talk about any subject matter. So I'm talking about it for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, you are. I'm so proud. He's on Robert Hill. What's going on, beloved? I thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. We give folks time to get on in here so we can do what we do when we do what we do. All right. I said tonight's kind of freestyling. Just want to see where you all are, what you got on your minds. I'm sure I will have something in particular to say, but like I said, I was not necessarily moved to stick to one particular subject matter. So if it's something that you all want to talk about, by all means, chime in and we'll have at it. Whatever we like. This is not a restricted platform unless I just cut it off. Let's have some type of conversation. What you saying? What's up, lady? That's right. Let's get it started. I got to wait on people to get in here. I'm glad that you all are here and on time. I appreciate that. We got somebody else watching. I don't know who it is. Somebody else showed up, so perhaps they'll speak. If they don't, then I kind of changed the way that I'm working this platform. Normally, I would address everybody as they come in, and that has become a distraction. Kind of turned off by it. So I'm doing all my shout outs before and after conversations, not during it. But I will still acknowledge your comments. So if you have something that you want to share, I will still acknowledge those. All right, we good with that? We good with that? Because I'm giving people time to get on in here. They act like I don't understand. Okay, so I've been doing this for like almost 3 years, I think. The same way at the same time. I don't know why I got to remind folks to be here at 9 o'clock because this is what I do on Mondays. But in the meantime, let me also remind you all, if you have not already subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. You go to YouTube and subscribe to Queen Goddess, the King Advocate, and look for the icon with the queen with the sword, like that. Click on that one and subscribe. I will be doing some special things for people who are ASAP. Again, we're going to give people a couple more minutes to get in here. I hate when I have to stall just to get folks to come in here so we can have conversation about whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start and then have to go back and keep repeating it, but I don't want to keep you all just sitting around here waiting either. But again, I do appreciate you. I hope that your January has started off very well. Can't say that it's a new year because it's not for real, but per the calendar, it's a new year. But New Year doesn't start really until like April, end of April, end of March, beginning of April. So just so you know, there was one thing that I wanted to bring up, which was one of the posts that I made dealing with the system, and that could be any system. Who is that just showed up? That's a new face. Great rise to you, though. Maud! Hey, girl! That's my girl. Great rise, beloved. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And said we are just talking about whatever tonight. Okay, but like I do want to touch real quick on one of the posts, which was dealing with the system. I said the system could be anything. The post says that people complain that the system is broken, and that what I said, the system is not broken. It's people who trust in it that are broken, and that system could be anything. But like when you're dealing with it, as far as justices are concerned, and we'll talk about that because that's like the biggest thing going on right now, justices against mostly Black men. The system itself is not at all disturbed. It's not broken. It is not failing us. It's that we are trusting in it to do something that it wasn't built to do. We have put trust in it to have some emotional attachment and forgiveness or whatever toward people, and it cannot. It's not designed to have feelings. It's not designed to have an emotion. It's not designed to give a shit about what people think and or feel about it. It is specifically designed what it is set up to do. What it's doing is what it's set up to do. Who we got there? And we are thinking that something else is going to be made better for us. If we're not making it better, it ain't getting no better. What's going on, Joseph? Think. It's been a while. But anyway, great rise, love it. Thank you for being here. I just did something I said I wasn't going to do. But anyway, you're here, so I'm acknowledging you. But yeah, we got to get out of the mindset of expecting things or other people even to do things for us that we need to be doing for ourselves. And when we're talking about, this new year, this January, everything, people's mindset is on, new beginnings, having better things, having greater thoughts, being able to obtain certain things or whatnot. But a lot of people are still bringing the mentality that they had just a couple of weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really matter. If you're not doing anything to change your situation, it's not going to change. If you're not changing your thoughts, it's not going to change. That's all right, loved one. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. But if you're not doing anything to change your thoughts, your situation is not going to change. Nothing will unless you do it. And I'm saying it because, we are so complacent. You know what I'm saying? We're so complacent and accepting of, but things that we're not being allowed to get access to. We're very complacent, or we'll complain to one another. We kind of had this conversation, I think, last week. We'll complain to each other about the things that we don't like, about things that affect us, about things that we need and can't get access to, but don't do anything about it. When does that change? The whole conversation last week was like, okay, and what? Now what? Then what? You know what I'm saying? What else are you going to do at this point? So I said, that was something that I wanted to just touch on. I don't want to have an all-night conversation about it, but it's something to think about as the months have changed and as the new year is approaching. It has not yet officially gotten here. Again, it won't be here until April, end of March, April. I said a lot of people have this mindset that because the new month has ushered in, that everything is going to be different, but it's not if you don't change your mindset. So tonight, I said, this was more so about it being an open conversation. I don't want to do all the talking tonight. We may not be here a whole hour. I'm pretty sure we won't. But I want to hear from you. I don't care what the subject matter is. We can talk about anything tonight. If it's affecting you, if you need some advice, let me put that out there as well, because I don't do this too much. Some of you all don't know that I do counseling, be it relationship, individual, couples, whatever. I do counseling, and some of y'all need it. Okay. Feel free to reach out to me. You can either inbox me, you can call me directly. For those that have that number, do that. Email me, whatever. If you have a question tonight that you want to have addressed, let's do that. We can have an open forum and have conversation about whatever it is you want to have conversation about. I do not want to be here talking to myself. We got somebody over here on YouTube. I don't know who you are because it's not showing, but great, right? Appreciate you for being here. Please, Alexander, what's going on, loved one? Stepfather versus biological father. That's what you want to talk about. All right. Okay. So what is the question about it? What's your question, or what is the situation that you'd like to have addressed? Because I don't mind. Let's just deal with father, period, regardless if it's step or biological. How do you define father? For me, father is going to be that individual who is in that child's life, that gives them direction. We can't say from the very beginning, because again, if it's a stepfather, they're not going to be there from the very beginning. But from the moment they get there, they're there. And not just physically, not just financially, but they are there emotionally. They're there spiritually. They are a guiding factor. They're teachers. They are not empowering because they already have that, but reminding the children that they have that power, that they are that power. They're teaching their sons in particular how to be a man and being the example for their daughters on what a woman should look for in a man. That's just me. I grew up with my dad, so I got to see a man. I got to see how he interacted. There may be some things I didn't particularly care for, and some things I had to teach myself out of, nonetheless. But I was around a stable man. You're saying biological father wants to buy child's love, but you're the disciplinarian in the house. Now that I'm in the picture, the father wants to step up. That's usually the case because there is a masculine ego. Okay. One man stepping up. Let me do this. When an outman shows an authority over a child that is not biologically his, the stepfather kind of makes the biological father, who's not handling his business, makes him look inferior in a way. He causes him to have to really look at himself in truth. And I think that's more so what the issue is. When people don't want to see themselves in truth, and then they're forced to see it through somebody else's behavior or through somebody else's action and words, whatever, it does a little something to them. So if you are basically the man that he know he should have been, and that's an issue. That's a strike to the ego. I would also say, though, don't discourage him from stepping up. Maybe he didn't have maybe he came from a background where his father was not there, or he was not around another man to teach him to be that. Maybe you can guide him, be a father figure in a way to him as well. Teach him how to be that. If that's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, again, it is sometimes it is an ego factor. But you have to look at everything from not just right here. You know what I'm saying? There's a root to it. You know what I'm saying? So if he's trying to step up, let him step up. That doesn't mean that you have to step off. That doesn't mean you have to fall back. You still do what you do. Just acknowledge that you see that he's trying to step up. He might need that. You know what I'm saying? You need that. And I see my new ladies up here. Oh, I see them. I see, and okay. So I'm about to make myself a quick liar real quick, only because I've not seen these young ladies in a minute. And Miss Tasha Bunn, I haven't seen that all over here. So great rise to you, beloved. I appreciate you. And my girl Q is back in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Great rise, beloved. I appreciate you both for being here. You're saying other issues. The mother makes excuses for the father, saying this is the most that he has done, but I'm the only one there. Oh, you're the only one there when the shit hits the fan. I can dig it. So, I got to come down on my girls. If the father, the biological father, the man that is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and he has the wherewithal to do so, stop making excuses for him, because that's an enabling factor for him that will not allow him or promote him or provoke him to step up, because you're saying it's okay to do shit. It's okay to be minimal. Stop doing that. All these things go back into what I was saying before, as far as allowing a man to be a man, supporting him in his manhood, and accepting a man for doing nothing, accepting that as an okay thing to do. It's not okay. It's not okay. So stop enabling him. Stop making excuses for him. If anything, encourage him to be better, because what you tolerate doesn't change. Because it doesn't have to. Whatever you tolerate, it will not change, because it's doing him a disservice by not encouraging him to do better. That's my thought. If you all have something else you want to say, if you disagree with what I'm saying, if I'm lying, say so. Let's talk about it. Let's get these things out in the open. And I definitely appreciate you for bringing up that whole subject matter. Like I said, this is one of those platforms where we talk about everything that needs to be talked about. We're going to talk about it. Things that are considered to be taboo, we talking about them here, because the only way we can heal is to have conversation about it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You are very welcome. I appreciate you have some conversation, but absolutely did not come with anything in particular. And normally I would not have even gone live. You know, I've said that before. If I don't have something to say, I just don't show up just for the sake of showing up. But tonight, for some reason, I needed to be here. And this is for you. So if you have a question about anything, a comment, concern, something that showed up in the news that you want to talk about, I don't watch it. So let me know. We can have full-blown discussion about anything. Let me see what else we got going on over here. I think that was it. That was it. Don't be quiet, y'all. Don't be silent. Don't sit around and wait for somebody else to say something. This is your opportunity to speak your mind, speak your truth. That's another thing. And I spoke about that. When you have an opportunity to speak what's on your mind, to speak your truth, to say something, to defend something, whatever it is, and you for that, you are accepting everything that you're complaining about because you're not saying nothing. You're not doing anything about it. Open your damn mouth. Open your mouth. If you're gonna complain, if it's somebody done something to your food, somebody messed with your money, whatever it is, somebody stole your man, whatever, you got plenty to say about that. When somebody get on Facebook and got some little stupid ass video going viral, you got plenty to say about that. But when it comes down to saying something about something that means something, you say nothing. You do absolutely nothing about it. I don't get that. I think I saw a request about speaking on the community, but I didn't really get all of that information. So perhaps a person who threw that up there, if you could either get on YouTube and type out that question, or type out your question right here live completely on Facebook, that would be great. Because I saw it briefly, but I didn't see the whole question or comment, but I know it was dealing with community. So if you would share that again, I would greatly appreciate that. We'll definitely talk about it. In the meantime, I'm looking for you all to say something. Again, this is that forum. I'm not going to force you. Obviously, I can't. Or I'm not going to try to force you to say anything. But in saying nothing says a lot. Saying nothing says a lot. This is an opportunity for you to say whatever the hell, however the hell you feel you need to say. Take advantage of it. Robert Hill says we need to financially educate ourselves, develop generational wealth instead of throwing away your income tax on hair and what you say on hair and rims. Yes, sir. In that order. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna say this. For a very long time, and most of us do this, we talk about how much we need. We need to have money. We chasing money and all this kind of stuff. And you have to understand that there's a power in what you say. There's a power in the words. So one thing, to say that you need something is love. That's an energy. That's a negative energy. I'm in need of, which means you don't have. Okay, that's a low vibration. Like attracts like. Put you on pause for that one. And as far as chasing money, anything that you got to chase is running away from you. Okay, so what I learned to do was to completely revive money, first of all, and how I welcome it to me. So I no longer need it. All right, no longer need money, but welcome it. Accept it when it comes. Accept it, but you have to change how you look at it. Money is just an energy. It's an energy that recycles. So when it goes out, it's got to come back. But it also depends on how you speak on it once it goes from your hand at that moment, how it's going to come back, and if and when it's going to come back. Because it might not, depending on how you put that, change how you think about it, change your understanding about it. So we definitely got to educate one financial wealth, but on what money is, that is a resource. It's an energy. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get spent. It recycles. So think of it that way. And stop chasing it. Again, if you're chasing something, it's running away, meaning it ain't trying to be with you. Stop trying to get with something that ain't trying to be with you. Plain and simple. If that energy is something that you want to be a part of, welcome it. Money is looking to be with you. Something that you want in. Welcome it. Allow it to come. Okay. And then when it comes, treat it right. You got to do with it what you want it to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want it to continuously repeat itself, continuously recycle itself back to you, then you got to do something with that thing so that it will do that. You got to give it that life on a continuous basis. You got to feed it. Okay. So no, you can't put dead. You know what I'm saying? You can't put that energy source into, like you said, into hair and rims. Ain't no life in that. You know what I'm saying? Put it into something that's going to regenerate it, that's going to bring it back. Put it into another business. Put it into another creation. Something. But yeah, not hair and rims. That's it. Yeah, that's that crazy shit right there. Hair and rims. Just the fact that them two things are together, and it's for real though. It's for real. But absolutely to respect the energy of currency. Okay? Respect the energy of the currency. Not just go out here and buy stuff that serves no purpose. And it don't serve a purpose. Or that cannot bring any energy. Say it this way. If the money that you're using for hair and rims is to establish a business in selling hair and rims, that's a different situation. Because that is a recyclable energy that's going out for a purpose to bring more back in. That's different. But if you're just going out there just so you can have hair, that's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen some ridiculous ass shit. But thank you for that, sir. So I hope I have addressed your comment correctly. I hope I have addressed that correctly. Anything else you all want to talk about? I said, this is the platform. This is the moment. Let me do this, because like I said, I don't do it a whole lot. One of my friends is on here, Adonis Action. He has his business where he sells jewelry. He makes them. He makes rings. Knuckle Jewelry is his company. So I will implore you all to look him up. Knuckle Jewelry. Knucklejewelry.com is his website. Look him up. He makes rings. He's making them. If you're looking for some steel jewelry, look him up. Steelmanjewelry.com. He's also the same thing on Instagram. And Accentuate Accessories. Accentuate Accessories. That's my girl Yolanda Knight. So she's got some stuff going on as well. And I do too. I got that copper for you. So you'll be seeing that being posted shortly. Yeah, support one another in your businesses, in our businesses. Let that money recycle back where it needs to recycle. And you're so very welcome, Robert. So very welcome. And Tony, I saw you pop up there, loved one. So I guess maybe tonight I can acknowledge people, because we ain't really talking about that. But nothing in particular. Let me rephrase that. So yeah, definitely start supporting each other's businesses. And I'm not going to say support it just because it's a Black-owned business, because you're something that's going to better you, better the community, better the circumstances of more than just the individual running the company. Support it. I'll say that much. All right. Y'all have anything else you want to ask? Anything else you want to talk about? Let's do this. I don't do this often. It's a reason I'm here today, doing it today. Like I said, I would normally not even be here live if I had nothing to talk about, because I don't like that. But tonight I felt like we needed to have an open forum where you all can speak your mind, speak whatever you want to talk about. All right, you say, stop asking for damn discounts. My nerves. I know that's right. My discounts are raised by 50%. Okay? You want a discount? I'm going to up the price by 50%. Trust that. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Give me the hookup. Yeah, I ain't going to be able to do it. I don't know why we do that. I really don't. And even give you the business, but they'll go to somebody else or go to another ethnicity and pay top dollar just because. But that's another thing that I've also noticed is that people tend to spend money. They want to spend money. It's like they want to spend top dollar on certain things. If it's not overpriced, they look at it as the quality is not good. You know what I'm saying? Even than the average. I've raised them, but I charge less than a lot of people do, and people still trying to, get a discount. I ain't gonna be able to do it. You don't go nowhere else. You don't go to your doctor and ask for no discount. I ain't finna do it. That's why I do what I do. Is not just for me. It's because I want to be able to, give these opportunities or apply my healing to. Anybody else got anything else you want to talk about? This is a one time thing. At least one time this month that we're gonna have this open forum, and you can talk about whatever it is you want to discuss. I don't do this often, and I'm not going to make it a habit. So say whatever it is you want to say about any subject matter. He said most feel that you owe them something for shopping with with you. Maybe paying more doesn't equal better quality. Indeed, but they have that thought that if you're paying more, if you're paying more, that you get better quality. Because let's say you get what you pay for. You're not all the time. This entitlement behavior or thought that somebody owed them something. You owe yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody owe you shit. I don't know. Yeah. Don't nobody owe you nothing. So that's that. That's that. Robert, do you have a business of your own, loved one, that you like to promote? Since you are having conversation with me, and I appreciate that. If you have a business that you have that you like to promote, feel free to do so while we're here. Because I don't think we're going to be here too much longer. So I don't like talking to myself, or just to hear myself talk, I should say. Y'all say something, because I'm about to hit dismount again. Like I said, I spoke on what I wanted to talk about, and that was about the system being broken, and it's not. It's people who trust in it that are broken. So this will probably be one of the shortest Melanated Mondays in a while, just because I'm not going to waste your time. So, okay, we don't have anybody else that's saying anything, any questions, comments, or concerns that look like. So I'm going to thank those of you who have shown over here on YouTube, and of course Robert Hill, and who else we got over here? Quandra and Tasha and Cecil and Maud and Joseph and Steve. I think that's it for right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna thank you all for being here. And next week ain't gonna be this short. Next, a lot different. Okay. So I may not even share this video. It's like that. But anyway, again, I appreciate you all for being here. You know what it is, as it always is. I love you on purpose, with purpose. I hope that you all have a very profitable, prosperous, and peaceful rest of January. All right, and the rest of the week. Let's start there. All right, rest of the week. And until I see you again next week, y'all know, reflect the light. Peace.